What's up, guys? That really gross guy here. We are back because I wanted to talk to you guys about a survivor-like game today. This is going to be part of our buy, bargain, or bust, and we're doing survivor themed games for the next few weeks. And yeah, Deep Rock Galactic is a survivor-like. If you guys are familiar with the Vampire Survivors game, which I did a episode on recently, um, this is a very addictive roguelike game where you jump on in. We're gonna jump on in fresh right off the bat, and then I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of the complications I had. As we went through, kind of see the growth, the build up, and the first boss encounter in this video. So the buy, bargain, or bust. The idea is I want to let you guys know if this game is, my opinion on it, a little bit of a review, but at the same time, give my opinion on whether this is a game that I would pick up at full price, which is currently just $10, or if it's more of a wait till it's on a bargain, which it frequently goes on like 10, 20, 25% discounts for, just a little over $7, $8 or whatever. But, and I'll kind of give you my general synopsis. A bust would be don't bother playing it. But I'm gonna let you know right now, this is not a bust. This is a fun, addictive game like the other Survivor-like games, based on the Deep Rock, like co-op, extraction-y, like I don't know. It's a game where you take your little dwarves, you go down underground, and you mine a whole bunch of materials. You have these crazy swarms of, arachnid slash, bug hive-like creatures that attack you. And you basically work down, you do an objective, and then you get back to extraction and get out. And things get chaotic as they go. This is playing off of, their idea of Deep Rock Galactic and diving down deeper and deeper into the caverns, getting your rewards, your materials, your minerals, or whatever, and then actually fighting some sort of big bad at the end, and then extracting at the end of that. So it's really fun. All right, and as you go, there are these this timeline up at the top, and you'll notice that there's little indicators at the top of or within that timeline. This is kind of randomized as you go, but there was a swarm indicator up there, and you can see that things got super chaotic when that swarm event kind of took place, and they're just absolutely bombarding me when it comes to their numbers and all that stuff. So there's little objectives on the map that you can do, like this one. You clear out the area for a drop pod to be able to drop in, and there's a reward that drops in for you. There's specific materials. You see me try to mine some of that there, but I was getting attacked by one of the larger bugs, so I ended up bailing out of there. But you'll see as we go. We'll extract. We'll acquire one of those drops. We'll fight some of these bosses. You can see here, this is the boss of the level, which is it's not the final boss. The level 5 boss is the complicated one, but these guys can catch you off guard, so don't necessarily think they're no big deal. But especially in the early game, it's easy to get taken down by these guys. But we're gonna try to take this guy down, move on. Oh yep, we got some swarms of flying bugs that we have to take down. But every time you level up, just like all the other roguelike or survivor-like games, you're getting these different upgrades. So I'm upgrading like my weapon damage, or I'm upgrading crit damage or crit chances. The movement speed and all that stuff comes into play, of course. You get different weapons, so I start out in the scout with like a basic like scout rifle. The frozen grenade is something that I acquired, and then you get into other weapon types as you level up. You'll unlock different classes. So right now I'm the scout. There's like a engineer, There's like a driller operator. I think there's like a gunner, like a main gunner that has a heavy weapon or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's similar to what you would see, like I said, in some of the other Survivor likes. But the spin that Deep Rock Galactic has is interesting enough that if you like Survivor likes, and you know maybe you've played out some of the other Survivor likes, then this one is worth a shot. Especially if you like the Deep Rock Galactic game, you'll find a little bit of enjoyment here probably. But I've been struggling to take this guy down. Early game, you kind of get into that area where it's like you can't take down enemies fast enough because you need to gear up, and they just keep getting stronger and stronger. The swarms get bigger and bigger. Here we go. We're getting into a couple weapons. This time around, I chose the shotgun, which is okay. I felt like enemies were getting too close because I wasn't taking them down fast enough, and the shotgun does an okay job of taking them down. But to be honest, the other weapon was like an electric zapper type deal, and I end up using that on future runs because I enjoy that a lot. But I saw that I was coming into some experience, so I chose that experience there. You can see that the enemies are growing stronger and stronger as we go, so it's kind of getting rough. And with 2 HP left, I'm struggling. I'm really trying to make this happen. But this flying guy, and they're getting faster and faster, they're getting stronger, swarms are getting bigger. You see here, I'm getting cornered. And I kill the boss, but there's no way out. So unfortunately, first run, a bit of a bust. But at the end of every attempt, of course, like a lot of the others, you take stuff with you. You get some levels. You know, you get some minerals and stuff, so you can upgrade your stats going into the missions. So here you have a little bit of a synopsis, but let's get into a little bit of the deeper levels here. Of course, I did want to reiterate on kind of the systems. So you can see here that you can purchase some of the minerals if you have cash, some of the credits that you get in game. You can buy and sell some of those, but up here you have the ability to purchase some of your I don't know, your stats going into the mission. There are more of these now. This was just before I recorded this, just before the recent update, and there are now more stats you can buy into and going into your mission. There's also a couple new bosses as well as levels that you can dive down into. So a little bit of an upgrade there. Help every time you go through a mission, you come back and you go in stronger the next time. All right, third level in. We are gonna try to make an attempt on this drill here. I did manage to get the kind of side mission done, which is going to give you a burst of some of your resources for your upgrades. Thankfully, a nice rare upgrade there that I can get. And we're gonna drop our drill in, which can kill some bugs. Keep that in mind if you're gonna pick this game up and play it. You make that drop in and you hit some bugs, and they're gonna go boom. The issue was that drop pod I actually had to walk into to collect its reward, and we obviously are being swarmed, and that's not gonna happen. But a legendary reload, very good. But yeah, so if I can loop back around. Oh, okay, everything's going boom. Okay. Yeah, maybe this was early enough down in the game where I didn't realize I had to pick up my drill, but fortunately, the upgrade that I was going to acquire by getting that drop I did not get. And here we are trying to push on the third level. We're running away from everything at this point. These guys are getting stronger and faster. Once again, a little bit of a struggle on that early game, which tends to happen on these Survivor likes, but See if I can basically do a repeat of what happened last time. Take down the boss, but this time, can I get to the next level? I don't know. 14 HP. We're running through enemies, just narrowly dodging damage. All we got to do is get a few more hits on that boss, and that is, unfortunately, another end of the run. Let's dive deeper. Let's get to that final boss on the first stage. All right, here I am learning my lesson. Got to clear out this this drop pod. I'm gonna get the reward inside this time because I learned some things as we went through, and I was pretty confident this was gonna be the one. We're gonna go to the final level at least, fight that boss, see what happens. And here we go. With that strike, we have the boss down, and we're gonna get to that drop pod, right? 30 seconds. The one thing you don't want to do in Deep Rock Galactic is miss the drop pod. But look at the number of these enemies. Drop pod is literally on the other side of this horde. I don't know. Explosions going off left and right. Can we make it? Can we make it? Drop pod. It's right there. And a bomb just bombarded. Just bombarded. What about the next one? Come on. It's addicting. These games, man. The Gunner. Unlock another class. Very cool. Alright, this was one of those attempts where I felt like I was hitting a lot of luck on some of my rewards. I was into my third weapon. I had a frozen grenade. And then suddenly the game locked up. On level 3, I was like, everything was going good. What happened? I was really frustrated after a couple of failed attempts. I was sad. You would be too. Now there's no reason to be discouraged though. I picked up my pickaxe and I got right back to it. We're making our way down to level 5 after what seemed to be a really decent run. I have all 4 weapons. I have plenty of resources to pick up a couple of the things between the two levels. This is the opportunity for you to spend some of those resources between the different floors and kind of upgrade in the middle of a match and make things progress. So gathering those resources are a big deal. The thing about this level, though, is you have many mini bosses that you have to contend with. You can see here, this is my first attempt at even trying this. I thought that I was just going to defeat a few eggs, rile up the boss, and maybe that would be what got him out. But no. It's got little babies that pop out of the eggs, and that made things a little bit more complicated. Taking down 3 mini bosses, and then the final. I was kind of foolish. Someone playing this for the very first time, trying to get that second egg, knowing that for at least some amount of time I was going to have 2 bosses on the map. But I was adamant. I was adamant about getting this mission done. There we go. And we got a crawly dude. Hopefully this, yep, there we go, a grenade, a little bit of materials, doing good. One of these golden loot bugs, really nice. We got another egg over here. You can see the upgrades across the mission have been really doing me favors. I'm doing a lot of damage. My grenades are doing well. They're freezing up enemies. And yeah, some of these mini bosses are not that problematic as they were before. And it was just a matter of time. We have our second mini boss done. We're gonna pick up our movement speed because the enemies, as they go, they get faster, the swarms get larger, and believe it or not, you can do a lot of damage, but if you don't have the right movement speed to get out of a bad situation, that can often end runs. So here we are taking down our third mini boss, and we just have to get to the end, undo the dreadnought. Oh, look at that. Look at the damage. We have a little magnet up there. Ooh, got some luck. If we can get a hold of that magnet, it's going to draw in all of the experience from across the level. But look at this swarm. Holding off the swarm with my grenades, my shotgun damage. There we go. Extra HP. Of course. Look at all that experience. Time to go get it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. We want to get that magnet, though. There we go. Boom. For chance. Drawing all that experience from across the level. A little bit of resources so that we can bulk ourselves up for the next future runs. Weapon damage, of course. And we're closing in on that big bad. We're digging ourselves out of a little bit of a tough situation. We have a boss about to erupt. The Dreadnought. Now, this is my first time fighting this Dreadnought, and I was not exactly sure what to expect. He looked big. Yeah, that caught me off guard. I tried to get him on that drop pod, see if it would do some damage. I figured he was big and slow, and I could very easily escape this guy, but you are seeing every time I gain any decent amount of distance, he closes that gap and does far too much damage. A bit disappointed. I felt like I was doing awesome this run, but then again, because it was my first time fighting this boss, I kind of came to terms with the fact that I probably wasn't going to get him on my first try, but what about we pick up that pickaxe one last time and go see, can we defeat this Dreadnought? Somebody just accidentally popped open the Dreadnought. It does have a health bar, and it is possible after destroying the other eggs to free the Dreadnought early. And I was not aware of that. I passed by, I popped open the Dreadnought. Was that a mistake? Or is this it? Is this our showdown? I had some really awesome rolls this time, and we already have pulled that boss down to half health. Now that I know his skills, his abilities to lunge towards me, I knew that keeping my distance was a good way to go about doing things. He'll always leap to me so that he'll close that gap, so I don't have to worry about getting so far away that it's hard to get to him. And the other swarms and all that stuff, originally I thought would outpace him, and then I'd have a whole horde of small bugs to deal with before. Oh, look at that magnet, bringing it home. I thought all the little bugs were gonna get out in front of him, and I was gonna have a whole bunch of little bugs to deal with before I could even fight the Dreadnought. But thankfully, he leaps way up in my face, and that gives me some shots to take him down. You do see, though, it's very easy to get yourselves cornered, especially if you're not paying too much attention, and run into a dead end, some explosive damage, and narrowly avoiding what is kind of like his trap. There we go. Dreadnought down. Drop pod down. And we gotta get out of here. Let's not fool around. Let's focus on this drop pod. Let's get out of here. Our first victory against the Dreadnought. Level 1. Very fun game. I would love to see if you guys have played this game before, what you think about it. If you haven't, do you plan on picking it up? Let me know if you want to see more episodes of this. I have jumped into the recent update, and I have jumped on to the next 2 missions that you can drop down, the next 2 tile sets, I guess. I've played around with the gunner and now the engineer at this point, and I'm curious to see if you guys would like to see that. When it comes to buy, bargain, or bust, this one is definitely a buy. It does, like I said, go on a small discount every once in a while, so you can get it for less than $10. But at full price, I would pay for it, and I did. I bought this at the $10 price tag, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you're on the fence, yeah, wait for a discount. But for the most part, I had a blast. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And let's check out some more survival games. What do you think? Until next time, guys. Hello!